Hello, Millers.
I'll stop what I'm doing now. I was just preparing dinner, but go on. Let's go.
What
Let's
cooking?
go. I'm cooking picanha tonight, Brazilian steak.
With this lockdown, is there much going behind the scenes at Hartley Whitney?
Only from a player perspective, no, there isn't. And certainly right now, where at the moment, under the current restrictions and the press release from the league last week, the players should only really be keeping themselves ticking over. I'm not going to monitor them. I'm not going to waste my energy or my staff's energy by enforcing certain measures. The players want to tick themselves over. That's expected. Then great. If they want to go out with a ball, if they can, I'm not even sure that's allowed. Do bits themselves, then great. We're all for it. But at the same time, there's others who will be looking at it and going, right, well, I can work on a Saturday now, so I'm going to take that option, and I want to make as much money from this current situation as I can. And the others who will be who are particularly motivated, who perhaps don't do much during off seasons anyway. This is effectively what it is. It's an extended. Well, it's an off season, and like I say, some don't want to go anywhere near a ball, anywhere near a pair of running trainers. So everyone will be judged when we get back. I guess.
Is there a bit of frustration that this could be 2 seasons taken out of people's careers in football? Really,
I feel for the lads at both ends of the spectrum. Really, the age spectrum, because. We've got a real mix. You've got some of the older boys who are 35, I think. I mean, the captain is 35, Ty's 35, I think. So Birdie's 32, 33. So it isn't. For those chaps, it's harder. It's harder to keep yourself trim. It's harder to keep yourself psychologically motivated when you've got families, and again, you're 16, 17, and you're having this is your chance to make the gap from essentially Sunday junior football through the youth team up to competitive men's. To miss those 2 years, that bridge, that gap, it's a real opportunity missed, and I feel for everyone.
How are you hoping the season does get back together? You're hoping it is more of a localised response, or
we'll go with the flow. The biggest priority for me is that it doesn't cost Hartley Whitney money, and it doesn't hurt the club. Whatever format it comes back, playing behind closed doors isn't the one. But one thing that we will do is I've spoken to a fair few players now, where I've actively said, look, boys, this might happen. What do you feel about X, Y, Z? And I think all of them will come back and look to play. And even if that means, just purely expenses or not even anything at all, just to play football. These guys are footballers. They want to be out on the pitch. And whatever happens, the moment that we can play football, if it's right and it's safe and every box is ticked, I'll arrange friendly games. I'll play anyone. The interest is there. People, regardless of the level, want to watch football. I watched Fleet Town, or I went and helped out at Friendly Green, and there's a considerable amount of people there, and it was good, and that's what we want. So, like I say, to answer your question, we'll do whatever. If it's the existing format of the league, which is unlikely, then okay. If it's localised or league split in two, however which way that's done, then provided that we can have some sort of revenue stream, we'll do it. If not, we'll play friendlies. We'll play Farnborough. We'll play any local team that wants a game and look to get people entertained and footballers playing football again. And I think in the first lockdown, I think that's where we truly saw the pyramid, or we saw football split for the first time. The people arguing that they're elite, and people are arguing that they're better than the level up or the level down for whatever reason they felt validated their point. My bigger problem would be lockdown one, how quickly the decision was made to null and void things, and that wasn't consistent throughout the pyramid. And people can argue, and I can argue pros and cons of it all. That would be my only criticism. But in regards to what they're doing now, what they've been attempting to do, I realise that there's a restructuring from the FA that the FA are pushing, and they want to get over the line. I think that this season they were damned if they did, damned if they didn't. And obviously, they gambled on having a league and having the FA competitions. I'm just thankful that we had a good FA Cup run. Their revenue is gold, absolute gold, and feel-good factor, and the fact that we were able to test our mettle against teams of a high stature, it was really important, and it gave the players a little bit of self-belief. If we'd crashed out early and then gone on to have a slightly frustrating league campaign, which we did have, where we didn't feel like we truly ever got going or ever reached our full potential, then it would have a different flavour to the one that we ended up ultimately having.
If the funds ever did become low, would you ever consider following the chairman in the first lockdown and shaving your barnet off?
Oh god, that's been talked about for years. I mean, it has to come off soon. I mean, I'm fast approaching 40. It's getting a little midlife crisis, so I don't. It hasn't got that long left. I mean, unfortunately, it's still fairly strong, but there you go. Not yet. We're not at that sort of level